Alright guys, so what I just got doing right now is I'm trying to communicate back and forth with my VA. In all my businesses, I have VAs, lined up, ready to go, pretty much at the moment's notice. And the reason I do that is actually very simple. I don't want to get into a position where I have to do everything myself. Now I know that might sound a little, I'm pushing everything off on somebody else, but that's not the case. I am employing other people to do the work for me. And the reason I do that is it gives me more time to do other things, to actually build the business. I can't build the business when I'm doing everything inside of it. Alright guys, so I just got done talking to one of the VAs, or potential VAs. I'm not gonna say this actual one, but so far it's looking really good. We actually just did a Skype call, and the whole reason for this was I wanted to figure out exactly what this person offered, or could offer me. I didn't want somebody that was kind of like a one-trick pony, I guess. That's probably a horrible way to put it, but that's kind of what I was looking at. I want somebody that can offer multiple things. So she could type very quickly. She has a good understanding of the English language, of proper grammar and everything like that, formatting sentences, paragraphs, even articles, which is key to what I needed her for. I need somebody to actually write articles for me for just one website. It's just one website, but I'm trying to do 2 articles a day for the next 60 days. And so that's something that I really want to get done, and I'm investing in this website, even though I don't know for sure if it's going to take off the way I think it will. Right now it's making about $500 a month, a little bit less than that. Okay, it's probably making about $460, probably $460, $470 in the last maybe 4 months. Okay, so usually I say try to get at least $500 per month for 3 months. Then it's consistent. It's been like that for about 4 months. So I'm now looking at actually expanding. So one thing that this VA said she could do. So this VA is actually from the Philippines. It's somebody that I was actually referred to from a friend of mine. So she can actually do some SEO, some search engine optimization. So she does build backlinks, and from what I heard from her and from the examples that she showed me, she's decent. She's probably not the best, but she's also not that expensive. I'm actually paying $6.45 an hour, I think, is what we agreed on for now. And that obviously could go up or go down. So we'll see what happens, but that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. Over on my screen, I don't know if you can kind of see it. I have 32 questions that I need to ask her. Ask her all 32. We got that done. So I have another call in about an hour and a half. It's 9:30 right now. So have another call in an hour and a half, so 11 my time. We'll see. I'll let you know how that second one goes, and the third one, haven't set it up yet, only because I haven't got a hold of that person yet. So, which is not a good sign. Yeah, well, and the whole point why we even do the social media links is only to get the website up there. So really that's all it is whether it's YouTube, whether it's Google Plus, and I'm not even talking about just those, Pinterest, all the social media sites out there that they allow you, even Wikipedia or some of the answer sites, you can stick your URL up on the site as long as you put the HTTP in front of it. You can put that up on the site, and it's actually show a backlink. It's going to be a no follow in most cases, but it's still going to show up as a link, which is going to boost us in the search engines. And that's the whole reason why I put that in there in the whole strategy. So just make sure you do that. I wanted to just explain to you why I do Skype calls, and the reason why I do them is because when you talk to somebody face to face or over Skype, and you're seeing them, talk back, they can't fake knowing English. They can't fake, understanding or grasping the English language. They just can't fake it. With a article, with email message or anything, they can fake that. And by faking it, I'm talking about they understand English, and they put something into Google or whatever, or even a Word document, and Word will fix it for them. I don't want somebody like that. Not saying it's bad, but for this particular project, I don't want somebody like that, because I would like to be able to count on them to do blog commenting, forum posts, and these are certain SEO tactics to kind of boost your your website. And the way I do it, and kind of took notice of what I was writing up on the board when we were doing the Skype call. He didn't really understand exactly what I was trying to accomplish by doing all these different steps. But I had my basic website, and I didn't want to link directly to it from blog comments, from forum posts. From YouTube I will, but I like to redirect them through another site, so it's kind of the indirect site. It's kind of the second level site, and then I direct them right to my main site, my authority of that secondary site, before I pass on that authority to my main site. Okay, so it kind of acts as a buffer. So if something happens, hopefully those sites are the ones that get hit with the penalties, not my main site. Okay, I've been doing this for a while, and it does still work. It's not as effective as it once was, but it's still very effective. I'm not talking about the SEO strategy or anything right now, but so this guy, and he's from the Philippines as well. He's from Cebu, or Cebu, or however you call it, and he understood kind of the principles behind it, but he didn't really understand why we needed to go through all that work, extra work, when he thought there was a different way to do it. Now, he doesn't own the sites. He doesn't have any control over them. If something ever happens, he's still making his money by charging me an hourly rate. If something ever happened to those sites and he was making thousands and thousands of links pointing directly to that site, that's gonna hurt me. Okay, that's gonna hurt my sites. That's gonna hurt my income. And so because of that, I didn't want to be like, yeah, let's do it. Don't worry about redirecting the links to a different site. Send them directly to me. So there were so many things he just wasn't understanding. So I was like, you know what? We probably aren't gonna work out. And I was just flat out, I was just honest with him. Told him, it's probably not gonna work out. And I was really hoping, because he was the one that I thought was gonna be the best one. And the only reason I thought that is because, which goes back to doing an actual call, trying to meet face to face, whether it's on a call or, physically face to face, because you can ask things and you can get instant answers. You will know if that person is going to work out or not. We're not that. I'm not that type of person where you have to only work for me, or during those hours. Yeah, well, during those hours, because I'm not like in front of the computer 24/7. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm not in front of the computer that much. Right, but as far as David, he's almost always by his computer, or he has a tablet or something with him. Yeah, so that's what makes it. That's why I use him. Okay, so you would be working under him. He'll have more control over what you do on a day-to-day basis. I pretty much just give him a kind of a list, or just a running list of things to do that I'd like done that week. And so who he actually delegates the certain task to, it's kind of up to him. He's gonna know more about exactly what you like to do, what you're better at. And even though you might not really like to do it, we still might ask it of you. Alright guys, so I'm actually calling it a day now, as far as that's concerned. Hiring a virtual assistant, it's not the funnest thing to do, but once you have that person and they're loyal and they're consistent and they always get the work done, that's where it really pays off. That's the beauty of outsourcing. Today I ended up hiring one person, or one full-time person. The second one, kind of on the fence about right now. about whether I want him to be part-time or full-time. I already committed that he will be doing some stuff full-time or some stuff part-time. I'm just on the fence right now about, you know, exactly what his role will be. You know, he's gonna be working directly under a project manager that I have, and hopefully they can really you know, work well together. If people can't kind of gel together, their different styles, that's where I tend to have issues. I've had this project manager for a while, and he does a very good job. He's actually from the UK. So the hardest part is, you know, I'm here in the US, I'm here Pacific Standard Time. I got somebody a project manager in the UK, and I have VAs in the Philippines. Okay, that's the hard part. So the last thing I really just want to point out to you guys is, if you're not using VAs or virtual assistants, you're not outsourcing in any way for your business, you are making a big mistake. Okay, or if you don't have an actual full-time employee that you hire locally, you're making a mistake. And the reason why, and this goes back to, I think it was my last video about being a solopreneur or an entrepreneur. Which one are you, and how can you build your business? How can you scale? How you can become rich? The way you become rich, the way you make money, the way you build a business and scale it, is you go from solopreneur to entrepreneur. Solopreneur simply means it's just you. You are the only person doing it. Entrepreneur means you are hiring people. You are using the power of multiples. In the first few months, maybe 6 months or so, maybe 6 to 8 months, that I was an entrepreneur, I wasn't making as much money, but my websites were taking off. My courses were doing great. Everything was just going. That's what I loved, is I didn't have to be there and actually do every single task. If you want to be an entrepreneur, a successful entrepreneur, you have to learn how to delegate. You have to learn how to find people and utilize their skills. I'm not good at everything. Whatever business you're in, find somebody that you can rely on. Find somebody that you can count on. Their skill set, you know, complements yours. You can do that. I guarantee you're gonna be successful. It may not be today or tomorrow, but in a week, a month, or even a year, you're gonna see that you're more successful then than you are right now. So if you guys have any questions on outsourcing, you know, any of the services I use, anything like that, let me know. I try to help you out the best I can. Remember, you can outsource every single task in your life, every single part of your business. You can outsource, but you gotta find the right person to do it.